Welcome to our presentation of Distance Education Classroom Management, brought to you by Learning Team C for CUR 532 with Professor Melinda Medina. Diversity plays a major role in the online learner experience. Culture and language barriers can affect the way in which an individual participates, communicates, and understands what is being imparted by the instructor and the learners in the online classroom. This can create controversy in the asynchronous online format and can make misunderstanding and differences difficult to overcome. Exacerbating the issue can be the lack of face-to-face communication that can act as a diffuser to communicative problem-solving skills needed to facilitate resolutions. Relative anonymity. In the virtual classroom, learners rarely see other learners' faces or speak in person using mobile devices. This web tool can have controversial results, as the freedom to hide behind the internet can give an individual learner or group the feeling that inappropriate responses, cyberbullying, and other displaced comments are acceptable to post or respond to. At times, disagreements and controversy can improve the learning experience. After all, controversy does promote discussion, and discussion does promote learning. However, there is an aspect of anonymity that can produce unacceptable communication, no matter the subject. Misinterpretation. Humor, comments, and discussion can be construed differently. The lack of voice inflection, facial expression, and other modes of face-to-face communication are absent from the online experience, which can make communication one-dimensional in content and meaning. What one individual might mean to say could be interpreted different by another. This presentation will now discuss 3 strategies the facilitator can use to manage controversy and prevent it from escalating. Set proper expectations. A facilitator needs to establish and communicate clear expectations of all students. These expectations can be outlined and provided in an instructor policy document explaining what students may encounter in course discussions. It is also imperative to note the importance of communicating respectfully. Facilitators should also identify unacceptable behavior. Recognize controversial discussions. Establishing an online presence as a facilitator of a course plays many key roles. Being present in an online setting can ensure the likelihood of a facilitator to identify when a discussion is getting off topic, or worse, when it becomes confrontational. When a discussion has taken a turn for the worse or begins to become negative, a facilitator needs to diffuse the conversation by redirecting back to the course objectives and materials. It is important to acknowledge the conflict without taking sides. Create a sense of community and encourage critical thinking. The feeling of belonging to a learning community can build an online environment where students will choose to interact respectfully. Facilitators can use an icebreaker to encourage students to learn more about each other and find common interests. While disagreements are likely to occur, facilitators can encourage students to use critical thinking skills when communicating. Encourage students to base conversations around facts and not feelings. Self-efficacy in the online classroom is the learner's ability or self-belief that tasks and performance can be completed by the learner, and that the learner is capable and confident in this challenging arena. As many learners are not necessarily internet-equipped or regular users of an online format, challenges to one's self-belief can determine, in part or in whole, the success of the online learner. Factors of self-efficacy. Mastery of experience. Having a clear task for students to complete on the first few days of class is essential. It will promote self-efficacy. An instructor can have students post personal introduction to the class for credit, and this activity will help the students to learn the learning management system. The second factor is vicarious experience. Vicarious experience can be difficult to promote in an online class because there is no physical interaction between students. Since students struggle to identify with those that they perceive are like them being successful in completing a task, instructors can provide positive feedback to students in public discussion forum and invite students to read other students' responses. Social persuasion. A sense of community is established when students are actively involved in discussion forums by reading posts from fellow students and responding with quality posts. Another way to achieve social persuasion is through the instructor's use of evaluative feedback and personal and positive communication via phone calls, text messages, and emails. Finally, psychological factors. It's hard to determine whether or not students are experiencing emotional distress while being a part of the online environment. Instructors can take a proactive approach in decreasing student stress and anxiety by providing clear instructions for assignments and adding examples or templates for students to refer to.